What is up guys, it's your boy Solheim here, back with another classic WoW video for Season of Discovery. Now today I'm back with episode number 2 of the brand new goldmaking challenge that I'm doing, and just to give a quick recap of the challenge itself, I am starting brand new on a completely fresh server, where I have no outside help, and I'm starting with 0 gold, and we're leveling from scratch, making gold as we level, and the goal is to make as much gold as possible, as fast as possible. An internal goal that I personally have is to make 100 gold in the first 2 weeks, but we'll see how that goes. Now for the rules of the challenge, I'm allowed to play 1 hour per day on average, or 7 hours per week. Now the way I'm doing it right now is I'm playing 2 hours on one day, skipping the next, then playing 2 hours, and then skipping the next one again. That way I don't have to log in every single day, but I'm still staying within the margins. I'm also doing all of this live on Twitch if you want to come by and say hello, or watch me do everything live. That way you know nothing shady is happening behind the scenes, and you can see where we stopped off last time and where we're going now. I'm also doing this video series to recap what we're doing every single time. So this is episode number 2, we already have 1. That means we have, I'm trying to cover 4 hours per episode. So in this one we'll be covering what I've been doing from hour number 4 until hour number 8. Now in this one, I had 2 hours of playtime before the buff came live, the 100% experience buff, so what I've been doing is stacking up a bunch of completed quests, as you can see. So the previous 2 hours went to that, and I'm playing the next 2 hours now. We're also starting this off by gathering the mailbox, and you can see we're looting 10.5 gold from the mailbox. This is like mails and auctions that have been selling from the last play session until this one. So already you can see we're over 11 gold into the challenge right now, most of which are coming from auctions. We have probably been farming about 2 or 3 or 4 gold in total so far, and we're trying to farm as little as possible and focus mostly on crafting, flipping, and just making gold as we go. The goal with the series is not to level up, it is more so to make gold at a low level and show you guys that you can in fact make gold on a brand new server without knowing anyone, without having any outside help, and just starting completely fresh. You can also see here the prices I sell things at and what is selling. Now my best sellers are herb-baked eggs and copper short swords. The reasoning why is they're both used in waylaid supplies even at low level, and people do pay a hefty price for that. You can also see that I'm throwing some vendor items on there like hot spices, refreshing spring water, things like that. It's not selling for much, but it definitely helps when I'm brand new and have absolutely nothing. So those are also worth posting on the auction house as well. Apart from that, you can also see right here, 2 of the greens that I've been getting while leveling have also sold, 1 for 84 silver and 1 for 76, so when you find greens with the right stats, throw them on the auction house. They will sell eventually, most likely. In this case, I literally posted them for an 8-hour listing, and they both sold. So you can see 12.5 gold being collected right now from the mailbox. That gives us a lot of gold to play around with, and the way I do this is that every single play session I start off by posting auctions and scanning the auction house. That way, if I find any good deals, I can buy them, and I can also get my auctions to start selling while I'm out questing. For example, we're going to be throwing some things on the auction house right now, and most of this will be selling while I'm questing. We ended up selling 6 copper short swords while I was out questing in a 2-hour window, and I want to show you guys one of the strategies that I used here for the copper short sword specifically. Now as you can see, I'm posting the herb-baked eggs, and they're currently selling for 6 silver each, or 1.2, basically 1.3 gold per stack. I'm also selling the recipe for rock scale cod for over 1.2 gold each as well, and that's a vendor item. I've already sold 2 recipes that are picking up for like 5 silver each, and reselling on the auction house for 60, 70 and 80 silver, making a lot of profit that way. So definitely don't sleep on recipes, they're really good, and just try to buy as many different ones as possible and throw them on the auction house. In this case, I opted to put some things up for a more expensive price than their current lowest listing, and just hope that somebody buys them all out, trying to flip the market. And I did that with the copper short swords as well, and they actually really panned out. I was able to sell all the copper short swords currently in my bags, and as you can see, there's currently one listing for 40 silver and 2 more listings for 40 silver. So I thought to myself, if all these 3 sell, I can post mine more expensive. So I posted mine for 75 silver each, or basically 76, and they all sold. So moral of the story here is that you don't always have to be the cheapest on the auction house. In this case, I thought to myself, if those 3 sell, I can sell my next 8 for twice their price. So once again, I put mine up for a somewhat inflated price and just hope that the cheapest ones would sell out and then someone would buy mine. And I'm gonna show you like actual video evidence of them selling today as well, because it did sell live during the stream and we have the entire clip of them selling, which was, I was really happy. I was just out in Darkshore doing some quests and I saw that all of my short swords are selling at the same time. So I'm betting somebody was trying to reset the market, or someone naturally looted the waylaid supplies where they needed to get some swords here. Either way, that's what I've been doing so far, and now we're gonna go out, we're gonna hand in all the quests, and we're going to get some levels. Now, like I've been doing so far on the series, let's talk about what my current goals are in this challenge. So, we've gone through the goals in the previous video. Now for this one, goal number 1 is to start crafting. We're already doing this, but we're going to expand what we are crafting. So for example, on blacksmithing, I am crafting copper short swords. I want to craft more of those, and I also want to start crafting more stuff, like grinding stones. They're selling really well, and when it comes to my druid, I have herbalism, mining, and cooking. We do want to get to the point of being able to buy ores, smelt into bars, and make profit that way. And cooking is also really nice when we get to a certain level and certain skill, and we can start making a bunch of different cooking crafts. Now, for cooking specifically, some of them do require me to be level 25, so when we get to actually 26, when we get to 26 and we can skill up to expert cooking, that is when we can make real profits here. So I'm trying to level a little bit as well. Now, once that is done, goal number 2 is to start buying low and sell high. This is so I can buy items low on the auction house, which I'm doing scans every time we're doing a play session here. We're starting off the day by scanning the auction house, looking for cheap deals, and I'm even trying to flip. I'm trying to buy things and repost them more expensive. Now, on the other hand, what I'm usually doing here is buying cheap cooking materials and cooking the cooking items and selling that for a profit. That still goes as buy low and sell high, but it's like you buy the materials cheap, you craft something, you sell the crafted items more expensive. That way you do spend a little bit of time, but you do make a lot of gold while doing it. Apart from that, goal number 3 is going to be to keep leveling, like I just talked about. We need to get to level 26 to start getting more cooking recipes. With that being said, let's take a look at where we ended up after episode number 2, and now being 8 hours into the challenge. So we are now 8 hours into the challenge. We ended up getting the druid to level 22, meaning I'm probably going to be level 26, hopefully the next challenge or the next video here. Now that means I have to do 4 levels in 2 hours, so we'll see how that goes. Now on the other hand, we have completed quite a few quests. One more we can hand in here, which I'll do on the next play session, and we also happen to get the powers below. I have spent over an hour grinding for this book before, so I'm really happy getting this one. Now, so far, we have sold a lot of auctions, and once again I want to scroll down here and give you proof of the copper short swords. We ended up selling 6 of them, and we got 72 silver after the auction house cut. In addition to that, we have been crafting a bunch of stuff, and when we loot all of this right now, we are on 9 gold, so we can loot all of this. Now, looting all the sold auctions, this will take us all the way up to, let me see, 27 gold, 28 gold. Yeah, 27.3 gold is what we currently have. Now, I've also been crafting once again, so we are back up to 10 copper short swords, which we can post on the auction house. We have a couple of leftover things and a couple of recipes. We also have bought some raw rock scale cod on the auction house, which goes to my goal number 2. Sell, buy cheap, sell expensive. So we picked these up really cheap on the auction house. We have an average buy price of 1.1, and we picked them up for under 1 silver each. Now, even if we can't sell these for profit, when I get to level 26, we can cook them into regular rock scale cod. So we just pick all of this up, and we're going to repost it on the auction house one more time here, and we're going to try to make some gold. Now, we also got a bunch of these copper short swords, which we're going to be selling, and we are now already on 27.57 gold. I have also sent a couple of golds to my other characters here. So Solheim Bank, for example, he has 1.5 gold, and Craftheim has 23 silver. This puts us right under the 30 gold mark, and we currently have over 29 gold after 8 hours of playing. We're also at level 22. Now, one side note here is that 2 hours of my questing has been done with the Discoverer's Delight buff, but I will say the 300% experience, or the gold gained from the 300% gold gained from quest, really isn't that impactful, because many of the quests I'm doing literally doesn't give me any gold. So it's 300% multiplied by 0. But when you do get gold, like here, we have 18 silver from one quest, this will now be like, what, 54 silver instead of 18. So that's a lot. But you don't get gold from quests that often, I feel like. It's mostly either just experience, or you get an item worth something. So the 300% here, way less impactful than I was hoping for it to be, but that actually makes me even more happy actually, because then I can make more gold by doing flipping and crafting, which is what I want the challenge to be more about anyway, trying to make as much gold as possible while being at a low level, and my plan is not to get to level 40 at all. I do want to get to level 26 for professions. After that, it's kind of just like crafting and flipping, and trying to make gold that way. Now, for the copper short swords, we can take a look at their current price, and they're still sitting at this price. I tried to sell a couple of them for 90 silver, that kind of flopped, but I can still sell them for this price. So I have successfully reset the market on this server, and they're now selling for way more expensive than they previously were. So I'm going to try to sell a couple of these now overnight, just to like post 5 stacks of one for 8 hours, and hopefully make some gold that way. Either way, that is the current progress on the Goldmaking Challenge, episode number 2. Almost at 30 gold. I feel like we're making pretty solid progress so far. Now, the main gold makers for me at the moment are copper short swords. As you can see, we have sold them, we've gotten 8 gold from them, and I've been even farming them myself. Once again, we have herbalism and mining, so I'm farming everything to make these myself and sending that to Craftheim, my level 5 crafting character, by the way, which is just set up. Takes like, what, 15 minutes to get to level 5 now with the buff. It goes really fast. So getting to level 5, it goes really fast, and then you can start crafting with blacksmithing at a very low skill and still make profit. Now, even if you buy the ores, you still make profit here, because copper ores are, what, 2 silver each? You need 6 of them, so yeah, lots of profit to be made there. Either way, that's our current progress. 30 gold, almost 30 gold, 29.5. Pretty good. Now, if you want to learn more about making gold, I do have a gold making guide as well for seasonal discovery, which you can pick up through a link down below at the video description or the pinned comment. It is currently 157 pages long after the phase 2 update, and we even have a private gold making community attached to the guide, which you get access to when you buy the guide. You also get early access to all my gold making videos in there. We have 2 absolutely insane farms in early access right now, and my phase 3 investments. We're going to have like multiple chats about phase 3 investments. You can double, triple, quadruple your gold on many of these, so if you want to get in early on those, definitely check it out. The link will be down below. You're directly helping me out, and I think I'll be able to help you out as well, so it could be a win-win scenario. If you want to check it out, the link will be down below, and once again, that is pretty much what I have for you today. If you're enjoying the series, let me know as well in the comments, and if you have any improvements, like anything I should add or remove, let me know in the comments down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much as always for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.